All right. Now we are good to go. Ish. Let's say ish. Well, Carrie Richard, good morning. Nice to see you. I don't think I've seen you in a live. I have seen you on other chats, though. I am all over the place, all over the time, so I figured all over the time. Oh my gosh. Next time I'm doing 7 o'clock. Good morning, Kim. Good to see you. My troll hunter is here. Woohoo! Queen of the troll hunters. My Nightbot should be on unless they've done another update, in which case I'll have to re-add it because I wasn't thinking 5 minutes ahead this morning. Lloyd just finished the dishes and thought YouTube time. Woo! I'm trying to wake up. Guys, I'll be right back. Pardon me, this is rude, I realize, but I need to shut the door because somebody's got a big mouth and somebody's sleeping. Plan better next time? Probably not. All right. I just thought I'd hop on this morning because I have the time. And I've been doing, they're skill builder blocks, but what I do is I look at it and I say, how can I do that without reading the directions? That's not right. So this morning I'm going to make 8 at a time HSTs because that's what I see on the 2 sides here and the 2 sides here. And I think I know what size that block needs to be, but I'm not going to cut it until I'm positive because my math isn't working for me. Oh, Carrie Richard says, I've not been subscribed very long. What time is it at your place, Colleen? It is 6:01 a.m. in Missouri. And yes, I am 3 hours south of Missouri Star. Can't go there. I've got a really messed up spine. I hope all the links for everything I use is in the description box below. If you're watching the replay, check that out. And there's always the replay if you missed it because spontaneous doesn't exactly give anybody time to plan, including me. Got the window open because it's like 50 something outside, 40 something. Let's see what the temperature is here. Is everybody having a pretty good time? Carrie's in Central Time too. Awesome. Means it's early and Kim is too. I forgot what I was doing. I should title this The Unprepared Live. Fly by the seat of your pants is what I was going to go with, but I thought that might scare people. 48. 48 degrees here in Missouri. It's a good day to have the window open. Okay, so what I did is, and how I am doing this, I have, pardon my lean, I have some fat eighths, and they're just about 9 inches this way. So my brain says, I don't want to cut an 8-inch block out of that. I don't want to cut, 6.5-inch block out of that because then I have some pieces I have to deal with. So I thought, okay, what size square can I get out of that? At least 2, 4.5. So I did 4.5 inches. That is the only thing I figured out. I want to use 4.5 inches so it doesn't waste so much. Now, when I get to the end of this, I'm going to have a little strip left because these are, I went to, well, not even pretend like I know how long they are. But anyway, it's not divisible by 4.5. I can tell you that. And I am changing, and I need to keep telling myself this, I'm using this for the light because I think that would make a cute fussy cut in the middle. And the dark is going to be my lighter color. And this is from Moda Fabrics, and I can't remember the person's name. It's in the description box. I bought it from Quilting with Stephanie Stitches at the beginning of the year, so it's last year's release. She still had a layer cake, I believe, last time I looked. And I don't know if her and Vet still have their sale going on. They did have a sale. Let's see. I need to catch up. 57 and raining where Sherlock is, Lori. Fun. So I'm going to try to do quickly this morning if I can manage to shut up, because chatting isn't why I never get anything done. I marked my X on this because I'm doing 8 at a time HSTs, and they will square down to, I think I figured about 1.5 inches is what I want to square it down to. That way I have a little bit of room to square down. But I marked an X, kind of hard to see, with a friction pen. I would have used my pencil, except for I didn't know where my pencil went to. I dropped it on the floor. And I'm going to sew on either side of that 1/4 inch on both of them. And then we cut. Then we cut them. I'm using my 1/4 inch foot. I do have seam tape here. It is off. In fact, it just gets in the way right now. So let's take that off. And hope that my sewing machine doesn't do what it did yesterday. I probably should clean it out real quick. That's not going to happen today unless it gives me all kinds of fits. And for the new folks, because I noticed I had several this morning. What was I going to say? Besides hello? Oh, I forget. Maybe it'll come back to me. Maybe not. I think the needle needs to be changed. That did not like that. Keep my arm out of the way. And for now, this is the best angle I have. I apologize. I know we're all used to great angles from everyone. It'll work. I sew off and I bring it around and I go down the other side. And this isn't even electronic. I have to spin the wheel myself. We're fancy around here. I have a thread catcher down here. I should move it up. It looks silly. So that's one part of the X. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. I've done several shorts on these. I've done 2 blocks from this set already, and we're going to stay focused on what I'm doing and not go digging through things at the moment. I've done all the blocks the same, starting with the 4.5 inches and then figuring it out from there. Let's do this so we can start some cutting. Oh, I'm trying to think what that's under. I don't think I have a friends. I need to make one though. Thank you, Kim. I will put that on my to-do list. I have a little box beside me. It also stays where I sit, full of the stuff that I need at arm's length. So now, without cutting the mouse cord, I'm going to, let's all hope I remember how to do this. Because I don't do HSTs like this very often. In fact, I'm just learning. So learn with me. I'm a dork. I'm going to cut across here, and then I will cut down these lines. That should give me 8. I start double that number. Let's see if I can tilt y'all. Pardon my tilt. Oh, there's a tilt. And I'm lining up. I'm getting a line here and a line here to make sure that that's straight up and down for me. And I'm going across the X's. Then my do-it-yourself turntable mat. Yes, I'm a smart aleck in the morning. Slipped a little bit. Stop that. Where your threads cross and where your X cross is a very good indication of where to put your ruler. And again, I'm going to line it up. Oh, the videos I did so far this weekend, I had to take the sound out because people in my house would not cooperate. Sherlock Sews, I have 2 sewing machines that are manual, one that's computerized and about 10 years old. Oh, wow. And Kim says, I have 2 machines, both Husqvarna. See, I can say that word. Viking. One a basic and the other is sewing embroidery. I love both and I use both. That is very cool. Okay, and since I've made my straight cuts this way, I'm going to make my diagonal cuts. And since I haven't moved my block, I can do them all at the same time. And I put a new blade in this weekend after my first cut did not work. Now, my cuts are not straight on that line. You can see the line. It's fine. It's in the seam allowance. Nobody's going to worry about that or lose sleep over that. Good morning, everyone. I put my thread catcher behind my machine, but then I knock it off. Let's see if we can move my ironing board over here. This is a cutting board. I think I put Insulbright. Let's see, Insulbright. Oh, a piece of tin foil, Insulbright, and duck cloth. I think is what this is. It's heavier than regular. Liso iron. Lori says she does use all her machines. They need to run. And I'm going to iron them all to the dark side. And I just lay them out. Make sure I got 8. The other day I kept losing them back in my machine when I used my cutter after chain piecing. I was like, I'm missing one. Oh, there it is. Well, now I'm missing another one. There it is too. Sometimes supervision. Give it a couple seconds. I've heard it's to relax the threads. I have not looked that up. I just go by what other people are saying. I like this Aliso. It works perfect for me. It was a Christmas gift. Anybody got big plans today? I plan to be in the car for 5 hours. Does your little iron spit sometimes? Mine does and has never had water in it. Sherlock Sews. Oh, goodness. No, this one, I'm pretty sure it's, well, yeah, you can put water in it. I've never put water in it. Sometimes if you get an iron that sounds like it has water in it, it's because they test them I had an iron that looked like it had steam in it. I started reading reviews and comments from the company. The company says that's from testing them. So once you get that water in there like that, there's no real way to get it out, is what I'm figuring. Carrie Richard, have a good day. Take care. Be safe. Check y'all later. Got to get my son off to school. That's why I'm in here now. Except for mine's college age. It's a thing with the driving. It's good seeing you, and thank you for coming. I have this wood block to do that with. It was a cutting board also, never used. My husband cut it in half, rounded these edges a little bit for me. Yes, I could have. No, I didn't want to. Let's see. Now this one, let's move back to the cutting surface. I'll just leave the camera there. My puffy face isn't so great this weekend anyway. Yeah. See, what I was thinking is when I sew these together, I'm going to burn myself, aren't I? Oh, and Pat Sloan is on. I know. Try to watch her in the mornings, but I can only do what I can do. So I will get her on the replay, and I don't blame you all if you get me on the replay. I like Pat Sloan. Big fan. See, I'm thinking I was going to turn these the other way because I did the opposite here, so the darks would be on the inside, but I wanted to see what it would look like this first. And I might like it like this. So these are each 1.5 inches, so I'm thinking my center, 2.5. Anybody want to math for me real quick? Let's lay this out, see if I like that as much as I think I'm going to. I do like that. I like that, and then I'm going to take 3 inches. Gypsy Woman, that was my original thought, and then I was like, no, that's too big. 1.5, 1.5, unfinished. I'm going to put these together first and then go to the center and then do the cornerstones, which is going to be this. Wendy, good to see you. Sylvia, good to see you. Good morning, ladies. I just jumped on real quick and see what I can get done. Gypsy Woman is so smart. My brain does not think at the speed of quilting because it's too new to it. One of those things. Okay. And exclamation. Oh, who knows what I put Wendy under this time. I think I changed it to Gypsy. I should check. I'm going to go ahead and cut this 1.5 inches for my cornerstones. I need 4.5 inches. Let's hope I can get it out of this piece. Should be able to. I don't like that ruler. It's a good ruler. My eyes just aren't terribly fond of seeing it. There's Sylvia. Okay, then if I didn't put it under Gypsy, it's... Let's just do this the easy way on y'all. I'm going in to see what I put her under. Because I spelled it wrong, and then I spelled it right, and then I spelled it wrong. And some days it doesn't pay to get out of bed. I'm in another tab, pardon me. It is rude. Let's see, commands, custom. There is a command that gets you all the commands, which is ! commands with an S. So everyone, I think, can see them. I did some changing. Let's see. Where is my friend Wendy? Now, Wendy's been putting out some shorts. See, I didn't spell it right. Let's edit that real quick before I forget again, because I know it's an E. I have it with an I. Whoops. Don't click at all. Wendy with an E. That should do it. Yep, that should do it. That's right, Kim. Troll whacker extraordinaire. Why does that say question mark? I got nothing for that. Okay, back to get my 1.5 inches. Pardon the tilt. One and a half. I need 4 1.5 inches. So lining my raw edge up with my 1.5 and just finding a straight line there. I changed it to Wendy with an E. Oh, darn it. I had it right the first time. Did I mention I haven't had too much coffee right now? Wendy with an E. With an I. I did have it right the first time. Why did I think I didn't? And I want to thank my moderators. You're very patient with my crazy. Trying to help. Let's see if it's... Lori says, holy cow, just had a big boom outside. Ooh, power went out, then came on. Scared me senseless. Can't see any issues out. Oh, goodness. May have just interrupted it. Have anything plugged in electronic that you don't want blown? Unplug it. Realign this up because I'm easily distracted. I'm actually not. I just have a fear of doing things wrong. So I want to fix them as soon as I know. Okay, 1, 2.5. Got all my lines going again. I just said 2.5, didn't I? I wanted 1.5. That's okay. I was going to have a strip left over anyway. No real loss. And I could have cut this at 3 and then subcut, which would work too. My error. Sometimes I do things like that, subcut, sometimes I don't. My brain doesn't want to keep up with it. Like I said, sewing and quilting math, and that one I'm going to get rid of. Don't come quickly to me. I'm going to stack these. And then cut me another 1.5. Let's see where Wendy, got Wendy working. Lori says it was a wake up, that's for sure. I bet. Yeah, they could have done 2. Nope. Not quite 2, and that's why I said I would subcut. Whoop, I would trim them down. It's not quite 2. So, and I don't like doing it by quarters, and because I want to see the big lines on the ruler when I'm doing something. So there's 1.5. These are small, but like I said, I was trying to use 4.5 inch squares with all of them just to see what I come up with in that end. Those I will save because I will probably use them. Pieces that I've cut and I'm saving for the next one or a scrappier one, I'm just sticking on this. And the ones that I have done, I start with 4.5-inch squares on these. This one is 6.5 inches. This one is 5.25. And what I'm planning on doing is kind of log cabin around them, maybe to bring them up to a common size, all of them. Oh, Sylvia, somebody said this sounds like fun. Now I need to know what's going on. Ooh, Sylvia is just booked to go on fabric basket making tomorrow. That sounds fun. So now I'm going to see if I can fussy one camera. Fussy cut this one down to 3. There's my 3-inch. My brain wants to start with the 1. There's my 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's see, where do I want that? I think I want this out. I already had this piece cut out. That's why it's, let's see, and I want it centered. 1/2 of 3 is 1.5. So that's where I want about the center of my L to be. Oh, that works out good. Kim says she loves those 2 blocks. Thank you, Kim. I always miss that corner. Oh, hairs touch my nose. And now I've got these 2 sides straight. I'm going to use them to get the rest of this cut down. I don't know how long I'm going to be on here. I don't know if I'm going to get this block finished because I'm slow and I interrupt myself all the time. And now I need to square these down because I just made my life a little bit harder. That's fine. It's not going to take too terribly long. We can chat while we do it. I lost my box. There we go. See if we can get up here a little bit. Nah. I'm going to turn this because I just can't see. I need more lights. And I just use my Plano square rulers, the diagonal line on them. I'll go over to the 1.5-inch mark. Let's see. Yep. I put the diagonal line on the center diagonal of these and go. So 2 of the HSTs together to make sure about this one. That was the plan. I thought it was going to be smaller, so. See, that's how my brain works when people aren't watching. I'm like, let's do this and make sure before we go cutting this out. But 3 isn't going to be too small, so. I line this up. Oops. I say I line it up and then I don't. These don't have grippy things, and so you see me putting my thumb under my table. I don't know why I have that habit, but I do. Then on this one, I go to the 1.5-inch mark. Again, lining my diagonal on that diagonal. Oops. I pulled that. Pull your fabric away before it's ready. Ah. My brain was arguing with me. It quit. Did I scare anybody else the way I held this cutter open like that? So he says, gee, brain and fingers not cooperating. Is that unusual? I'm pretty sure that's the norm. And my friend Melissa is over 600. She may be 630 by now in Seps. Congratulations to her. I saw Lisa Caven got her 1K or 100K. Watch her. Congratulations to her. That's hard. Gypsy woman says she has a terrible habit of leaving hers open. Well, as long as it's in my hand, I know where that blade is. See, that's kind of a fib because as long as it's open, I know where that blade is. I have a fear of cutting myself. I messed up a block this weekend because I got carried away doing hourglasses. I decided they all were hourglasses and they shouldn't have been. I was laughing so hard at my own silliness doing that and then having to pick it out. Pick it out, unstitch it. Gypsy woman says, I don't really make YouTube videos. I just post a short from time to time. Yes, but they're so pretty. I'm telling you, inspiration. Sometimes I just post things because I think it might inspire someone. Everybody else wants to see the cutting, wants to see the sewing. Some people just want to see something quick to be inspired. And because I'm on camera, I notice myself doing something. I have essential trimmers. Stress, pain, all make it worse. When I stop and I grab my hands like this, it's because I'm trying to make them stop. Cutting and shaking don't exactly work well together. But we do what we can. That's the other thing. I didn't want... Okay, that's not holding right for me. There we go. I didn't want to be a YouTuber. But circumstances change and happen. And, well, if this is the only way I get to chat with people, then I guess I'll be a YouTuber. Don't have time to be in lives. Lives I do get to watch, I don't participate in anymore. Mostly because my body is just worn out by the time they come on. And if you have a YouTuber you like and you're watching the replay, don't forget to give them thumbs up and comment. It helps the algorithms and it encourages us to keep doing what we're doing. On my phone. Make sure my husband's not texting me. Oh, nope. Oh, I missed all kinds of conversations. Stir popped in. Hello, Stir, and good morning. Sorry, I wasn't looking. Oh, goodness. Lori says, I'm listening, watching tons of police, car, fire trucks, ambulance. I'm going down the street, so I'm thinking an accident a few blocks down on the main road. Oh, my goodness. Stir, how are you doing this morning? And we're going to pray for everybody. I'm going to pray, not force anybody else to. For everybody that nobody is hurt. Still praying for our friend. Guess who? Nancy and Lori quilting in the country. Oh, look at that. I did all 8 in not record time, but they're done. Close blade and scrape my scraps. Red catcher. Sorry for that noise. I know some people that really grates on them. Get these laid back out like I wanted them. Because if I don't have them laid out, oh, the ghost got in this one, and I thought, did I just sew 2 light pieces together? No. Because I do things like that. Okay. I'm going to relook at this, make sure I still want them sewn like this. I know it's fiddly. Overthink much? Yes, absolutely. And I'm not worrying about directions on anything except for that center fussy cut piece. And then I don't have to worry about that much because everything else will turn. Let's see. I like that. My eyes really like that. So, put things back. Get that out of our way. I'm going to regret how I ironed these now. Had I ironed every other one the opposite way to the light, these would easily, they still easily nest, but I'm going to twist that seam to the light so I can nest my seams. And then remember, I am sewing on the light side. Normally I would clip these together and then bring it over here, and my clip is the side that I'm sewing on. I don't like that noise it made. Oops. And as soon as I pick them up, I'm going to push one of the seams over to the light side. Use my 1/4 inch. Iron heats up really fast, so I'm going to give these a quick iron. And since I have nothing to line these up with, it doesn't matter which way I press them. Kendall Taylor, good morning. I know Pat had a premiere this morning, Pat Sloan. Listen to me say her name like I'm buddies with her. Aren't we all, though? I told my husband when I first started watching her, I'll finish the first thought in a minute. When I first started watching her, I told my husband, I said, see, she calls me her friend. My husband's like, she's not. And I'm like, you don't know. Gypsy Woman says, after making that farm girl quilt, little pieces don't scare her. I think that's kind of what got me over this too. 1.5 isn't that little. Smaller than 1.5. Let's see. I'm going to take a seam allowance here. So actually, I'm going to turn that. I'm going to go ahead and sew these together because I'm kind of just flying by the seat of my pants. So no, I'm not. Let me think. My brain doesn't like this for some reason. Let's see why. I'll get a ruler. And Kendall has a channel. I'm pretty sure he's in my bot. Let's see why my brain doesn't like this. My brain doesn't like this because there's a 1/2 inch on either side. Have you met Kim? Troll whacker extraordinaire. What did I do this at? 3.5? Thinking on camera is not my forte, people. Gypsy Woman says 2.5. Okay. That's what once my brain starts fighting with numbers, sometimes I have to put things down and walk away because it wants to fight with the numbers. So we're going to square this down to 2.5. Teamwork, though. I don't mind. Let's see. Let's not use the 1/2 inch mark on my ruler. So 1/2 of 2.5 is 1.25. Let's get the owl's nose at 1.25, so kind of sort of centered. I'm willing to listen and try things. And anybody that wants to do the math for me, thank you. Because goodness, I haven't even had coffee yet. Let's see, 2.5. This is really how I'm doing all these blocks. I'm starting at 4.5 inches and just seeing how it works out. And these are from the inspiration is from the Quilt Builder box. The cutting measurements are all me, and this is in the description box. Okay. Let's see if my brain likes how that plays better. Yes, it does. Yeah, now that I went down this road, there is no rhyme or reason. I'm going to start sewing things. Pat is everyone's friend, Kendall says. That's what I told my husband. I told him, mind his own business. I tell him that a lot. We joke like that. Like that slit. That's not going to work. I'm hanging on to my threads because I do not have a leader ender. This is trying to flip that seam, and I don't want that. And it keeps it from eating it. And what I will do is I'll get these 2 ends sewn, clip that one off, and go back to it. Let's see. Measure the flying geese. Okay. Gypsy Woman said measure the flying geese. I'm just not. That's what my head was doing when I came up with 2.5. Although that caught my corner. My corner turned on me right there. That's not going to come out right. You are in timeout. I'm dealing with that. Let's see. The flying geese was, oops, 2.5. 2.5 by 1.5. Probably can't see that. Let's see if I can get it closer. All the nails. 2.5 by 1.5. Resew this because my corner turned over. I had to clip it out. Get that fixed to it. No professionals here, just in case you're curious. Barely a sewer here. Kim, what did Kim say? Watched a new one this morning, Moonkin Stitchery. Oh, that sounds cool. I played World of Warcraft. We had Moonkin. It was an owl beast thing. Okay, I'm going gamer. Sorry. I'll quit. Oh, Wendy says I did it right. I think I already read that. She was fast with the 3-inch. Sorry. Oh, no worries. If it's too big, I can cut down. If it's too small, well, I'll cut another piece. I'm going to press that to that side. See, this is a mess. This is how my brain thinks too. What do we want to sew next? Yeah, I'm going to turn this over that way my foot isn't trying to pop any of those seams on me up, I hope. Got that a little bit off, but that's okay. Like I said, had I ironed these opposite directions, they would have nested just fine. These little flying geese, but I didn't, so I'm just flipping one. Do it as I go. But you have to line them up still. Why does things have to be hard? Let's see what we got. This is actually much easier than having this camera over here trying to get, oh, that's off. I'm pressing to the center because the center block is darker. Oh, cute is that? Yeah, kind of doing. That's pretty good. Could have went higher on the hat. I thought I was organized when I came on here. Turns out I wasn't. Okay. Now I'm just gonna sew these rows together. I just want to make sure that one looks crooked. I think it's, ow. Let's see, Chet. Gypsy. Let's see, what did I miss? Kindle. Okay, folks, I have to get back to wrestling a 120-inch square quilt to put the last 2 borders on. Catch you soon. Thank you for coming and enjoy your wrestling match. Kim says she figures with all her orphan 10-inch squares, she can have some fun. Well, none of these are going to be the same size because my whole premise is I'm just starting with a 4.5-inch square and see what I get. So I'm going to put stuff around them to make them the same size. Gypsy Woman says, the quilt I'm working on, I didn't have a pattern, but I have tons of fabric, so I just keep going. I prefer things without patterns. I don't know why. Like that, I could look on the back side and get the measurements and do it all right, but my brain doesn't want to today or ever again. It doesn't like following patterns, although it will and it can. Buttons need to be there. Coffee break. Oh, that's hot. What was I doing? Okay. Right sides together, get the 1/4 inch. I have a package I'm expecting today with a Halloween themed panel. Words in the morning are not my friend. Words anytime aren't my friend. Y'all have seen me enough to know. It has a panel and something extra in it, so it's going to be a surprise. Now, so I don't have to do that again. Snip this and get the other side on there. I appreciate everybody coming to the impromptu and everybody who's watching the replays. It's hard during the week, especially if you work. Now, see this one I just realized, since I pressed that one, since I pressed these seams into the owl, into the center, I'm going to press these away so they nest when I put them on. Okay, I'll start. I usually figure that out as I'm going. Sure, I'm pressing it right. Walk these away. Set the seam, then press. Started out watching Jenny Down a lot, so I keep telling myself, set, then press. Set, then press. I see these look wonky, but they're going to be on there just fine. Not worried about it. That's how I want them. Let's see. What time is it there, Colleen? Yes, Kim knows. She's just a couple hours. I am going to figure out where I put my pins. Pin these intersections. Because this machine doesn't like intersections. Especially because this machine doesn't like intersections. The block I fixed, I don't even know what that block is called. It reminds me of the broken dishes. And there's an intersecting point right where my pin is here and right where my pin is there. So hopefully we'll keep those points. But the one I made, like the broken dishes over the weekend, I didn't even think to check this one. See, that one wasn't poked through at the right point either. Anyway. And you can draw the line and just follow a line to keep your points. There we go. Making sure I'm going through that seam at the point. Maybe. At this machine, I was trying to record and the points did not come together like I would have liked. My husband says, it's going to annoy you. You need to take it apart and redo it. It's going to annoy you. You take it apart and redo it. If you know me, you know I'm joking. I showed it to him and I was like, do you know where the mistakes are? He looked at it. He looked at it for a while and he says, no. Look at it good. No, I said, then no one else will except for other quilters. And if you're looking at that, I don't know if we can be friends. My hands aren't cooperating now. That's what I get for being mouthy. Instant karma. Oh, Sylvia. Fear of missing out is a real thing. I do that. I take away comments if I've spelled something wrong or something. I feel like it's spamming. I think Melissa is live this afternoon, Practically Creative. And Sassy's supposed to be alive tomorrow. I think she's got things straightened out, but you know, we do what our bodies will let us do. I think we miss the good backs and bones that we had when we were younger. Mine quit working at 30, so I've had a while to get used to it. And when I get to that pin, without going over the pin, I pull it out. That didn't work right at all. Not lined up too well. This is going to be wonky. We're going to go. I usually try to see where the pin is poked in the center in this little bitty crevice of my plate. I didn't do that, and my fabric went over, and we're going to smile and act like it was intentional. It was a design choice. We do that. I'm just going to leave that and keep going. See how it works for me. This time I'm lining up with the crevice thingy. That's good. My 1/4 inch foot. Gypsy woman. Sherlock Sew says, husband needs to sew also. He can feel your pain. Well, he makes bows. Very pretty bows. There's a couple pictures on my channel. Make sure these fabrics are lined up, and that one kept wanting to bend. So I'm going to hold it with my nail and make it go where I want it to. Hey, hey, hey. I hit the needle. Just so you know, I hit the needle. And he said if it was his bow, it would drive him nuts. I was like, well, if it's your bow and you give it to somebody and it busts, then they can complain. $1,000 you spent and the time hand carving it, they can be quiet as long as it works. Yeah, I'm not nice. Okay, I'm going to press these to outside because that's where they want to go. Let's see, what was next? Gypsy woman. I went to a quilt show a couple of times and saw even to pros run over the points. Oh, no. Well, if I fiddled with everything to the point it was perfect, I would get no sewing done. I've had to accept that perfect is not going to be my goal. Done and close enough. And this will lay prettier when I get some best press on it. Looks wonky, but when I get it in, it's going to be fine. We have another out. Look at that. One whole block done. What's the size? It's going to be a little bit different because I am going to trim the edges. Oh. Very little trimming on the edges. This ruler is 4.5, so this one is 4.5. And isn't that just stinking adorable? Not because I made it, just because the fabric. Now this is from Walmart, and this is a Moda fabric. Sylvia says, so pretty. And Gypsy Woman says, when I just strive for windy, perfect. Haha. Let's get the camera up a little bit. A little bit. And she also says, that is so cute. Kim says, that's a cute little block. Sherlock says, 52 raining. I'm cold. Was 48 out there, and I've got this window open. And oh, it looks like fall outside. Fall in the country is very pretty. I have such a puffy face this morning. Let's see. 3 blocks now. I've gotten 3 blocks done. This little bitty space, oh, just drives me nuts. But everybody's got a little space, really, that I've seen. Very few people have, like, when you're doing a live, you need everything right there. So this one is the 4.5. I still need to trim it. We won't put it here. This one was 5 1/4. This one is 6.5. All started with 4.5 inch squares and worked out from there. Sylvia says, you have the window open. Are you nuts? No. I'm a woman in my middle to late 40s having hot flashes nonstop with a camera on and a lot of movement. Okay, well, yes, I am nuts. Thank you for asking. The other night when I put that short up about this block, when I sewed all those together and had to take them apart, I was like, wow. And that's what we should do. We should stop on the good one. Don't keep going. This is probably the only one I'm going to do today. After I get that turned up, it'll go in my pile. And what I'm planning on doing is some kind of, maybe just a sashing around them border type thing, or maybe a log cabin. I'm thinking a log cabin would look cute around them to get them up to the same sizes. Yeah, all you women, I don't like you. Gypsy Wolf says, I don't miss hot flashes. And Sylvia says, been there, melted snow with hot flashes, LOL. And Sherlock says, I'm sure I'll be opening a window when I go upstairs. All my friends are past hot flashes. That's not fair. But anyway, and then I'm going to see if I finish that thought. I'll watch this later and I think, oh, I did finish that thought, but I'm repeating myself. It's all right. I'm going to somehow get them all the same size and put them around the panel I ordered. And I might do a show and tell in the morning if I get that panel tonight. I don't know. So a lot, editing, geez, trying to get all this down. And now I'm going to try voiceovers. So bear with me. Learning technology. I've learned all of this in just a few, 3 months. Woo. I also have a fan on in back of me. I have 48 degrees coming through that window real nice, and the fan. Sherlock says she gets the flashes at night. It stinks. Sylvia says, gonna go search fabric stash now for 3 different fat quarters. What do you use for editing? I am using Vista Create. It's a free program, and I've figured out if I use my webcam to get that into the YouTube Shorts, I put it in, I open the Vista Create and open a new program, a new project, Instagram video, I think is what it's called. I drop it in there and set to background, which makes it a bit bigger, and it makes it just the size for a phone. And that's also how I do my wording. Just play with it. Click all the things. That's how I learned. Click all the things. It's got a animation so you can make words jiggle. It's got animated like thumbs up that you've seen. All of that comes from Vista Create, the free version. I don't see the point in paying for it. You can take backgrounds out if you get the paid version. Sylvia says, I have that bare panel at top. See, I thought I saw Kim say something. I'm imagining things again. I only get hot flashes once in a while. Not bad if it's only 20 degrees out, but awful when it's 97. I know that's true. Kim said that. Can you join more than one video? That's what I've done. I'll take video on my webcam over there, and then I'll come over here and use my phone. And there may be a size limitation for it using the free one. But on my Windows, I have the, what is this called? Do some preliminary editing on my Windows. Just, it's in Photos. I should show you guys how to do this in a video. I could do that. A video editor. It's just, it comes on my, are you doing everything on your phone? Memoirs of a long arm quilter, Sassy Steph. She is here just in time for us to finish, but look what I made. This way I don't have to send you a picture. Well, I still have to send Melissa a picture because that's what I do. Morning, Sassy. I'm so glad you made it, even if we're leaving. Exclamation, Sassy, get you to her channel. And she, oh my gosh, her shorts, the way she edits, girl got it going on. I'm like, well, look at that. Everybody's so happy to see Sassy. She has some great shorts. I know some people get annoyed by the shorts. I like music, and so I really enjoy that you get to put music to them and you don't have to talk. And I like being silly. In case you haven't noticed, hi, I like being silly. Sassy saying hi to everyone. Gypsy Woman says, time to get a shower, sew some rows, have a great day. Have a great day, and you can get Vista Create on your phone too. Yeah, you can upload and download to it. I haven't done that yet. I've downloaded from it. It's complicated. When I make videos with this phone, because I can't kill the battery on my normal phone, this is an old phone I have, I'll make a video with it. I transfer it from this to my other phone because it won't hook up to my computer. Then I transfer it from that phone to the computer. So all day. It's a thing. Gypsy Woman says she'll check it out. Thanks. You're welcome. And it was so great to have everybody here this morning. It's been over an hour and I've kept you all way too long. I appreciate you hanging out with me and watching my brain go crazy. That's how we work sometimes. I know my husband says there's nothing original you can think or do because somebody's already done it. So I figure I'm not the only one with crazy brain that starts something and says, hey, I'm going to do this my way. Now the card builder quilt, let's see, quilt builder card deck. I like it for the inspiration. And I just look at that and saying, oh, I could do that. Let's see how. And the deck actually comes with, if you have the whole deck, and I'm not going to show it, but I need to read it because I can't remember what it says. And then I really will go. College kid's going to be up soon anyway. It has using your quilt builder cards, other tips and ideas, corner alignment, so it shows you how to do the corner alignment, sewing half square triangles, how they want you to do that, yardage for quilt backing, cut finished binding widths, figure fabric for a quilt, and it has let's see, that on point challenge. No, that wasn't it. But it has the basics, how you're supposed to use this. So if you have the card deck, you have the information. Everybody, when we were doing these for the charity quilt, everybody was trying to figure it out just by the information on there. There is more information in the box that goes with those cards, which would be very helpful. It even tells you, because there was a issue, is this finished or unfinished? In the box, it has a card that actually tells you which it is, and I can't remember which it is. I'm pretty sure it's finished. Watch. Now I'm going to lie to you and everyone in front of God. No, I can't remember what it said, but it does have that information. So I think everybody's saying their goodbyes, and Melissa came in. Melissa, where did I see? Oh, good morning, Practically Creative. Congratulations, you're at 6:30-ish. I haven't looked. Literally started my TV, got my coffee and sat down. Unfinished size. She has the card deck. She would know. But see, now I need to know where I saw it because my brain is going to go crazy over that. And she has got some cute shorts up. It's amazing what people want to see. And sometimes, like I said, I know Melissa does it too. You just put up something that makes you happy to do. Like her smiley faces she drew. I don't know why that made me so tickled, but I liked it. My very, very, very bad, what was it? Hit me with your best shot karaoke. Now I just sped up the video of me talking and put that over it because it made me laugh. And that song really isn't appropriate for anything I'm doing that I can think of. So I told my husband, it's hard to find appropriate songs. Thank you. Melissa says she sees I'm at 225 almost. Thank you all. I appreciate that you appreciate my kind of crazy. And Sassy, I haven't checked her numbers up yet, but if you haven't checked my friends out, please go and check them out. My mods are all in the bot and they've all been shared. Check out the chat if you're watching the replay. Lots of information in the chat box. Check underneath in the description box if you want to see all the stuff I'm using. I think I've covered it all. If not, feel free to leave me a comment and ask me. I may have a link to something. I love doing links. It's kind of what I do. And sharing my friends. And I appreciate them jumping into mod for me. And Kim, thank you so much. I know it is very early for you too. And I do appreciate it. It's not paid. So if there's a mod in the chat, say just thank you for what you're doing. I'm shaking that camera, aren't I? That's what I get for looking at the camera and not that. Be appreciative of someone and be the light you hope to see in others. Have a good day. Love you. Take care. And I'll be putting some shorts up and some voiceovers and we'll get this thing done.